Hey guys, it's Jason with Ad Hortus, and today I'm going to show you my Monstera collection. We're going to start off right in the middle. This is Monstera deliciosa. For a lot of us houseplant people, this is oftentimes the iconic houseplant for a lot of us. The splits and then the holes that appear in there, that term is particularly called fenestration. I find it really amazing how the plant just develops this naturally, and it's all genetically programmed in there. But for a lot of us, that's what really adds a lot of flair into a lot of our households. I myself know that this is my introductory Monstera. This is the thing that really started me off on my entire Monstera collection. But for the most part, where this is typically found, more so South America or Mexico. I know that is kind of the native range there. These things can get humongous. Kind of where the name Monstera comes from is the monstrous proportions that it can really take on, and the longer lifespan that it can put on as well. I've seen them live on for, decades and decades, and people still have them on their homes. They are actually built into the homes in Mexico as wisteria are built into the homes, in Europe and everything. But yeah, Monstera deliciosa is beautiful. My particular specimen is not that old. I've had it for a couple years, but it's put on a lot of really nice leaves. Started off a lot younger, but at this point, we're still gonna grow. I have a really nice sturdy bamboo pole here for it to be trained up on. But the plant is really nice, and let's just move forward to the next thing here. The next one that I had added to my collection is this one here. This is called Monstera deliciosa Thai Constellation. So this is the variegated form of this, at least the stable variegation of it. A lot of people ask, what are the ways that Monstera are variegated, or Monstera deliciosa is variegated? And there are two forms, and I'll get to the second one shortly. Okay, so moving on, we have Monstera Thai Constellation. This is a particular variegated form that produces cream-colored splashes on the foliage. You can see that with enough of that splashing, you can actually get patches of that cream color there. Even better, you'll get even portions of just clean, pure variegation. And that gives you a really nice bit of visual texture there. You can see, compared to the regular Monstera, it's still the same leaf, different ages, but you can still get the difference in color. So especially when you're staging them next to each other. This is a true deliciosa that can get to the monstrous sizes. The reason why I mention that is I will discuss the next one, which right in front of here. This is my Albo borsigiana. This is a white variegated Monstera. It is able to, put on a cleaner variegation, pure white. If you actually compare the two, I'll bring it over. And let's take a look. You can see now that you hold them side by side. Previously, the other one looked really white, but then now if I hold it right one behind the other, you can see the borsigiana is a lot cleaner color. Like it's a pure white compared to that Thai Constellation. And so that's where like the Albo borsigiana or the Albo variegata comes from. But these are my two variegated Monsteras. Both of them fairly young, as you can see. I had the pleasure of bringing this one in from Thailand, and the other one was actually brought in from Indonesia. So I'm really happy to have that as part of my collection. As it grows out, you'll be able to, put on some better looks, bigger size, and we'll get to see those then. My next one here, now, not officially a Monstera, but, I find it fairly close. This is Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. So mini Monstera or Monstera ginny are names that it's gone by before. A trailing vining type of fenestrated plant, closely related to Monstera, so it's an aroid. And for the most part, you can see compared to the rest of the group, it fits right along. It's pretty hardy. I actually got this one from a local garden center. Something interesting, if you come up close here, you can actually see right above my thumb there's actually some weird bit of variegation going on. This isn't something that was with the plant when I got it. This actually started off a lot smaller, but as this thing unfurled, a couple weeks ago, that particular leaf started developing some white coloring. So it'll be interesting to see what is going on with this particular plant's genetics, to see perhaps is this color gonna grow out and we'll see something else going on with this. But if anything, let me move on to the last part of my collection here. Now this is my 5th Monstera. This is my Adansonii. Now people call this the Swiss cheese vine. They also call a lot of different things. This is my Adansonii. So more specifically, we call this wide form. You can see this is my hand here. I'm gonna hold it right out to this leaf. So I have a pretty average hand size, but you can see that's a pretty big leaf there. I'm gonna place it right there. Nice bit of holes appearing there, really nice. I actually have mine trained on a pole. This started off as a hanging basket and was split, so there's actually a sister pot of it elsewhere in my collection. But yeah, these are my Monsteras here. I'll actually be adding another Monstera fairly soon. It's gonna be Adansonii narrow form. And I'm gonna be on the search for some other things, but that'll be on my to-do list. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions about Monsteras, do let me know, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.